I'll say is if you thought that we were professional, then you're very, very wrong.
We just
don't know what
popped on
happened
for a
there.
second there, didn't we? Let's all
Don't know what happened there. Again, that was my fault. My apologies. But how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the South Stand View with me, Charlie, obviously Mike and Isaac. Just before we get into it, as always, please make sure that you're liking, commenting, and subscribing, all that good stuff. We're here to have a little chat about that absolute ball fest that took place yesterday at Ellen Road. Obviously, I was there in the freezing cold. But yeah, just before we get into that, though, boys, how are we, Mike? How are we?
I'm good, thanks. Happy New Year, lads. By the way,
Happy New Year.
Yeah. Did you all have a good one?
Yeah, a lot of drink.
Well,
Can't lie.
Like you, Isaac.
Isaac, what about you?
I had bad company, mate, as you know from the pictures I sent you, but it was all right.
There's no need to talk about him like that, is there?
Yeah, I suppose.
right.
Pause of breath then, yeah.
Let's move on. Let's move on here before he depresses himself. But Isaac, other than that, how are we, mate? All good?
I'm very well, mate. Happy New Year, everyone. Congratulations to Brendan passing his driving test at 24.
Yeah.
Which is a fucking disgrace, by the way, at 24.
I thought he'd been banned.
Oh, has he been banned?
I thought he got banned when Marsh did. No? Is that not right?
Oh, he might have done. I don't know.
Or he might have got a speeding thing. So I was quite surprised when I saw that he'd passed his test. I thought, I'm sure he were done for speeding or something in Harrogate, but I don't know.
Probably driving on wrong side of the road and going roundabout on the side.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that picture of him next to the old Bill Plant car.
And Solomon has discovered York, hasn't he, apparently? We saw that TikTok of him having a wander around York with his missus.
Yeah, getting blasted by wind as well. Yeah.
But I mean, have we got to talk about that yesterday?
No, this should be the League One episode if there ever is one.
I suppose we've got.
There's time for that. There's plenty of time for that. I think we could split that into a two-parter. I think we
have a whole sub-series. Like I'll go game by game for 3 seasons if you want.
What? Just every single game, just speak about it, yeah.
Yeah,
do a 24-hour live, where these people.
Oh yeah, that'd be beautiful. You could do it for charity or something, and just speak about League One.
Yeah,
that'd be like
just you on your own, just live.
That's just my day anyway. To be honest, I'm in the car and I try and name the lineup of like Exeter at home first day of the season.
Is that what you do? Sat by yourself?
I thought it was Tranmere.
No, first season, the season we got promoted, first game was Exeter.
Oh, right. Okay.
Charlie, don't challenge him, mate.
I thought he said Tranmere on a pod the other day. I'm sure
you're a brave man. If you
first game in League One was Tranmere away. Matt Heath and
Tranmere. All right.
It's all right.
Just breathe. It's all right.
Settle down.
All I'm merely doing is walk through it.
Oh, right. Well, yeah. So, unfortunately, Daniel Farke could not get the better of John Eustace once again. I was just going to say Usyk Fury 2. It was Eustace Farke 3.
Yeah.
A split decision draw.
I think it was Eustace Farke 4.
Is it 4? Oh, yeah, 4. Yeah, because we both. Yeah.
If you count the Birmingham game, probably it's 4, isn't it?
Birmingham game, then. Yeah. So it was a split decision draw.
Got him soft, Danny.
But I mean, well, obviously the title of this stream is Eustace has Farke's number again, and I think he did.
Nah.
You not think?
Nah.
I mean, it's hard to say that he didn't, but
we didn't get beat, did we? I don't think we were in any danger of losing at any point. I think it's a bit harsh to say he's had his number again when we were fucking 30 seconds away from winning. Granted, you take that penalty away, it was the most boring game I've ever seen in my fucking life.
It literally didn't come to life, did it, till like 90th minute?
No, literally.
It was such a shocking game.
I know I seem like I'm a boring stat man. I'm not, but the XG we had, I think you get 0.95 for a penalty.
And you work for Opta now?
I do, mate, yeah. No, Sofa Score. That's what I work for.
Oh, Sofa Score.
Sofa Score.
Yeah. Our XG with the penalty was 1.25. So would have been, what's that? 0.3, 0.4.
I think it's 0.7 for a penalty or something, isn't it?
Right, okay. Yeah. And then theirs was 0.41. So pretty dour. 70% possession though.
Yeah. To be fair to Blackburn, I think you've got to. I know it's not pretty, is it? But it was effective on it what they were trying to do. So you've got to give them some kind of, you've got to congratulate them a little bit, haven't you? I think they had a game plan and they seem to kind of execute it pretty well. But yeah, like I say, I think that's probably the worst we've played at Ellen Road, don't you think? Apart from Middlesbrough, but it's in the league, it's the worst we've played. But they just couldn't get going, could they? Like I say, nothing really happened in game till about 90th minute. So, for them, isn't it? I'm not. Joking aside, I'm not too concerned, to be fair. I think you're going to get games like this. It's championship, innit? And you can't really knock, 7 points out of 9 at this time of year, can you? And, top at league and unbeaten in the last 9 games. So as manic as they're going on Twitter, Leeds fans, it's not that bad, is it? There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, there you
and
go.
We've extended his lead at the top of the table. We've not really dropped any points, have we? We've gone from a point in front to 3 points now. Could have been 5, which is a little bit, a bit disappointing, but still, we're in good stead, aren't we, boys?
Yeah. I mean, I think like in the ground, I think it felt like they were a bit more on top than they actually were. But I think I've thought about it since, and they didn't really threaten that much in terms of attacking. I just feel that John Eustace is best at organising his team, especially first half when I think it was when we attacked the south stand. You could just see that every time that Leeds had the ball, they just sat in banks, and they just made it very difficult for us to break through.
Yeah,
and I actually noticed. I noticed as well. I think the Square Balls spoke about it as well. That they had Brendan Aronson and Joe Pirot like man marked. Like there was one of them on Brendan and the other one on the Swiftmaster General. And I think that kind of like helped frustrate us even more from their perspective as well, because we usually try and thread the ball through, don't we, like through lines, and we were just unable to do it. And yeah, look, it was boring and it was frustrating, but like Mike said, I think you have got to give Blackburn some credit for the fact that they just sacrificed possession and just clung on, really. And they did time waste a lot, obviously. I think a lot of teams do, but as soon as we scored that penalty, they weren't time wasting then, were they? But yeah, I mean, I was really impressed with how they defended Isaac. What about you? Eustace is good at that, isn't he?
I've just got in my notes here, mate. I just made a note of it there when you and Mikey were speaking and saying, if I was in a Premier League relegation battle, there's one number I'd be calling, and it'd be to get John Eustace, get him organised.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So that's what I think he's good at, not seeing games out, because eventually they did score against us, but they were so organised from start to finish. At no point did I ever really think, other than the penalty, that we were like hurting them. Don't get me wrong, I don't think we were hurt either, but I thought, fucking everything we're doing, it's just being nullified within the midfield. I mean, I like their number 10. Was it Dolan?
Yeah.
Dolan, he's a good player.
Dolan,
good player.
He were lively when we played him at their place as well. I think he won the penalty, didn't he? I think you mentioned that, didn't you, Charlie, on last pod? But it's...
Where was that, mate? He didn't play, did he?
Oh.
Todd Cantwell.
Yeah.
No, he won't play, will he?
No, I noticed.
He'll probably doing TikTok videos in showers, probably something like that, won't he?
Yeah. Curling the shit out like Frank.
Oh God!
Like Callum O'Hare, I can't lie.
Don't do the accent, Jesus. Every time I look at his face, I can just hear that voice, and I just think, mate, you're from West Midlands. Like, what are you doing?
Nothing wrong with that, Charlie.
No, there ain't anything wrong with that, but speak like
Steady
you're from
on.
West Midlands.
Yeah.
Not like you're straight out of Crompton or something. But guys, just before
Where's
I go any
Crompton?
further, Crompton? Where is Crompton? I don't know. Is it?
Yeah, Compton. I know what you mean.
Is it America? I don't know. Oh yeah, isn't it? Will be.
Crompton is, but Crompton's not where you said.
Oh, Compton. Oh, I thought I thought Crompton.
Did you mean Compton Road, just off Errol's Lane?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, straight out of Crompton Road. Yeah. But yeah, guys, if you are in the live, make sure that you are dropping us a comment, and I will flash them up on screen. There's a few of you in the building I can see. So thanks to everyone that's watching so far. But yeah, a nice thing at halftime was obviously seeing Cooper. I don't know if it showed you that on the Sky Sports Plus coverage. He came out and he said some nice words. I don't know if you've seen clips, but his daughter was doing cartwheels around the ground.
Yeah, she'll be Team GB.
Yeah. I think that was the only bit of excitement and enjoyment. Yeah, but up until that point it was, yeah, God. But I don't actually think we had a shot on target until the 70th minute or something, which is really unlike us at Ellen Road. And I said in the preview that I hoped that our home form and like how we've been playing at home recently would kind of show in this game, but I don't know about you, but at one point I was thinking, are we at Ellen Road or are we at Ewood Park here? Because it looked like an away performance, prior to Stoke, let's say.
I think they're on piss the night before.
I said that. Yeah, there were a few people saying that, but at one point I said, I'm not even joking, it could be that. Like, what if they've, I don't know what goes on when
hungover performance.
We're a footballer on New Year's Eve, but
just to go to right to the beginning of the game, really, and line up. Were you surprised with the lineup? I know he's kind of reverted back to, in my opinion, which is the strongest squad. But were you surprised to see likes of Rothwell come back in and Solomon? Because I know when we spoke previously, I think we thought he was going to stick with Danny or Nonto on that left hand side. So it did shock me a little bit that he went wholesale changes and reverted back to the strongest team. I don't know about you guys, but I was quite surprised. I thought there'd have been maybe Nonto, Ramazani, or maybe left Ampadu in there as well. I'm surprised Ampadu were left out.
Is it?
Yeah, mate. I think I said if I was picking the team on the last pod, I would have taken Ampadu out of it. I mean, I got pan in my face a bit because it didn't work as well as I wanted it to. But I don't know whether that's because how well Blackburn shut us down, everything we did. I think they were on his ass every time he got the ball as well. They didn't give him that space to play. Neither Rothwell. So, against Rothwell's old team as well, I thought he did. I'm not slagging anyone off that performance, boys, because I don't really see. Obviously, we could have played better, but I can't really single anyone out as such for improvement other than the set piece at the end. I think everyone was a fucking 5 or 6 out of 10.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of the lineup, the only one that shocked me, I think, was Ampadu coming out, but not because I wanted him out or I didn't or anything like that. I just thought because of how Farke spoke about him recently, saying he's our most important player and blah blah blah. I just thought that he'd stick with it because it worked at Derby. But I'll be honest, when I saw it, I was still quite happy because, like Mike said, I think that midfield has been a little bit better of late. It's been more progressive, definitely. But I think with how Blackburn set up and how the game sort of went, I know it's all hindsight, but I think you could have put Bamford in that midfield and I still think it'd have just been the same. I don't think it'd have really made that much of a difference if Ampadu would have started there or not. And obviously Ampadu ended up coming on at right back, didn't he? Because Bogle went off with a dead leg. And I think Byron went off at half time, didn't he? And we saw Max Verber come on as well. So it was kind of a makeshift team at one point.
Are we going to address it or what?
Yeah, I think we need to address it.
What you got to fucking do to get a kick on the ball?
What the hell has Isaac done wrong? Because we say
is Isaac Schmidt in your loft, Isaac? Is he with Farke?
We've just
just
we've
done?
just done now. Yeah, no cake for
done
that
now.
after that performance either.
No.
I don't know. Has Farke caught him frigging hanging out the back of his daughter or something like that? Because he's not getting.
He must be crap in training.
Must
be
be
crap in
shit.
training.
Yeah, it must be. And to be fair, that was kind of a point that I was going to make. That I guess he sees him day in day out in training, so he's not too convinced because he had a chance to put him in there and he's put Ampadu there, so it's not the biggest vote of confidence, is it? When you're seeing a player who plays centre midfield who's been out for months come in and take a slot that should be nailed on for you when someone
right back, and he is right-footed, isn't he?
He's right-footed as well, yeah.
I wanted a natural left footer.
Again, brilliant accent, I will say.
Yeah, love it.
No, but all jokes aside, like surely Farke like signed that signing off, like he must have approved it and gone like, and every time we've seen him, I get whenever we've seen him, we've been comfortable in games. I get that, but he still could come on and play shit. But I don't think he has. I think when we've seen him, he's looked all right. I think I said it on a previous pod. I think he was involved in like the build up to a goal at Ellen Road, which was a very good move. And I don't know, like even everyone like in South Stand yesterday was saying like, what has Schmidt got to do to get a go in this team? Because like Ampadu's not even a right back. Like he can play centre back and centre midfield, but he's not a right back. And I feel like we lost a little bit of threat down that right hand side when Bogle went off. I know he was injured and he had to go off, and that's fair. But like Ampadu's more defensive, isn't he? So he wasn't overlapping James or anything. And I think Schmidt could have done that if he was given the opportunity. But yes, it is a weird one. It's really weird.
I can fucking tell you when we lost threat down the left side as well.
Go on.
When Solomon
in Bamford.
Yeah, I mean, Farke, he don't do himself any favours, does he? Like with these sort of decisions that he makes, and sometimes I try to defend him really and say, like, it's play. What do you expect him to do? Sub himself on and score himself? But they say not leaving it late to make changes. But I think out of a bad bunch, probably Solomon was our most
biggest threat.
Biggest threat, he was the biggest threat and most likely to make a difference in that game. So then when you're putting Ampadu at right back and then you bringing Bamford on for him, it just makes you,
it just felt a bit really square pegs in round holes sort of thing, didn't it?
Especially when you've got players that can come on and play them positions. That's their natural positions, and you're not doing that. I don't get it. Like I say, he's not doing himself any favors for me. To fend off these people, these comments from people saying he's not tactically astute. He leaves it too long for subs. He's not doing anything to kind of find, fend this sort of criticism off.
I've got a note wrote down here that I wrote during the game, and I put 70 minutes, throw shit at the wall and see if it sticks. Bring everyone.
That's his tactic, innit? That's what he usually.
He's got that in him, hasn't he, Farke? He has got that in him where he just thinks, you know what, fuck it. And I think that's kind of why I'm saying that Eustace had his number again. Maybe not in terms of. I just think the fact that he made those changes and just threw everything on, it was like he just ran out of ideas and he thinks, right, I'm just gonna put these players on and just hope for the best.
It very nearly worked.
It very nearly did work, yeah. But he had Joseph and Bamford up front, I think, at one point. Like we said, Ampadu at right back, Verber playing left back. I think Nonto got moved to the middle at one point. I don't know. It was just all very
all out of sync, wasn't it? It was just
there's no balance towards the end of the game. But I think you've touched upon Solomon. If Solomon comes off, why is Largy not going on? Because it's a direct replacement.
Yeah, I agree there, mate.
Yeah.
But Bamford, I just thought,
he doesn't like Largy and Schmidt. And I was like, well, he played Largy last week and he was a bit rubbish.
Yeah. So. Yeah. I don't think that's the case. I think, but there's definitely, and like, I have a Gruev agenda. You've got a Joseph agenda, and Mike decided he had a Melier agenda.
Yeah.
Farke's got a Schmidt agenda.
He has,
mate. Have to live with it.
Human nature, lads, isn't it? We're not going to like it.
South Stand agenda. We're going to change it.
South Stand agenda.
Yeah. But,
just to go back into Brendan, he passed his driving test with one eye, so fair play.
Oh yeah,
With
did you
one
see
eye.
that?
I don't know if you've seen it.
I ain't saying that, no.
First 10 minutes, got a fucking corker, didn't he, Mike?
Oh,
You saw it come up straight away as well. I remember watching it, and you saw him go down, and then he was sat down.
He did. It was on the radio.
Yeah, the visual radio. Yeah, you could see he was sat down, and then obviously medics came over, and the camera zoomed into him, and you could see it started to kind of swell pretty much straight away. Yeah, so that looked like some sort of.
Obviously, I saw him go down. I just couldn't make out like why or.
And it slowed it down in slow motion as well, and he threw that arm at him as well, didn't he? It was no accidental, you know. He didn't run into him or anything like that, but I thought he'd cracked his cheekbone at first.
Whilst we're speaking about like challenges and stuff, can we just briefly talk about the ref?
He's a fucking
who I thought not at one point in that game did he have control. I didn't think personally he did not have a Scooby-Doo what he was doing. And again, I'm not blaming it on the ref. I'm not saying Leeds drew that game because of the ref. I'm not saying that, but boy, was he shite. And then, like I said, I don't know if it really came across when watching it. But yeah, it was getting some pelters in the ground, was that ref. It was one of the worst at Ellen Road this season, I think.
Who was giving them out? The pelters? Anyone in particular?
I'm going to say your old man with it, Isaac.
Correct. No, but to be fair to him, he was right. There was a lot of people doing it, but I think
he was shouting cheat. He loves a cheat shout, my dad.
Yeah, he was actually. Yeah,
cheat. He tries to get it going as well, and no one ever. He tried getting it going in the family stand in like League One, going cheat. I'm like, Dad, you're fucking nine.
Not the place.
Another League One flashback.
Yeah,
he got reported once in the family stand by one of the Leeds fans. That's a story.
No. You're making children cry. You can just imagine covering kids' ears up on that car.
I think at one point he did refer to the ref as a cheating character. I'll call it.
Yeah. Okay. He wasn't wrong though, was he?
No, he wasn't wrong. Like even did you see that he booked the keeper for time wasting in the 100th minute?
Yeah. He should have booked him in first half for it.
That just summed the whole. That just summed his day up. The fact that he did that.
Yeah, he had an absolute stinker. There should have been half the team should have been booked for time wasting. It were ridiculous. But the fact that there were 12 minutes added on at end just tells you how much.
I think
time waste. 10.
The first time they did it, it was about 8 or 9 minutes in. I remember checking scoreboard when they were doing it, and it was about 8 or 9 minutes. So.
Charlie was there doing the Jesse Marsh like this.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Me and your old man screaming. Yeah. He loves a moan, doesn't he? He loves a moan.
Yeah, mate. Fucking hell. He watched one of the pods, the last pod we did, when he was round mine on New Year's Eve. He watched one, and he was just like saying, when we were saying like Eustace, like good man, he was like, "Oh, you'd love him as Leeds manager, wouldn't you?" And I was like, "No." And he was like,
"No."
I was like, "Shut up, mate, or I'll fucking get you."
You can praise another manager and still not want him. Like I won't be happy with Eustace coming to Leeds. Let's just make it clear.
You weren't happy about his Prince Albert piercing we had put him up for as well, boys.
Oh no, did not fancy that.
Didn't fancy it, but luckily for him, we didn't lose.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
will he be tuning in again to the pod? Is he?
I don't think he knows how to work out the technology to get on a live, mate. But
I'm gonna say because he has seen me, like he's looked in my direction and he's not recognised and said hello or anything. So
I know for a fact now he's watched it with me. He knows what you look like, mate. So I've said to him, I'll say hello. He always tells me what you're up to and tells when you're misbehaving. So
I always misbehave, obviously. Yeah, obviously.
Oh, I mean, you tell me when he's misbehaving.
Well, yeah, him as well. Yeah,
both misbehaving. Right, sounds a bit.
Yeah, but I mean, credit to Blackburn's fans as well. I think they were probably it was probably the best limbs I've seen in the away end all season when that went in. To be fair, and they were loud throughout the game. They had a bit about them. They weren't boring. They didn't sell out the whole away end though.
Oh, you'd love to be a Blackburn fan, you Chal. That's what my dad had said.
Yeah, look at him. He loves Blackburn.
Mate, I have. I mean, as we spoke about, I have been arguing with Blackburn fans all day on Twitter, and I've loved every minute of it because
you're jealous that you're not. What are they called? Their nickname? Have they got one?
Cunts.
Yes.
That is
the
it.
reason I've said that is because I've seen, I know Charlie's going to mention about them piping up on social media, and I've seen that past how many, yesterday and today, they're literally going on as if they've won the game. It's so cringe. I saw the Blackburn account, I think they were official Facebook or Twitter account, and they put a picture of the equaliser on and put hang it in the Louvre, and you're like, calm down, lads, you've drew.
I could have understood it if they'd have beat us. If they'd have beat us, I could have understood it. But
embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean,
embarrassing.
At least we've got a little bit of content for the matching on Meltdown show. We'll do next week at some point.
I've been stockpiling. I don't know about you boys. I've been stockpiling.
I can't wait for it. Yeah, I cannot fucking.
People are going to get it out there.
They're going to get it. That'll be a right laugh.
No one's safe. Your dad's getting it.
Nobody is safe at all. Even us, we're not safe if we see our own hot takes.
Don't go pulling mine up from years ago. You'll be fucking
slagging Farke off. Who's this joke?
Yeah.
Pull up Isaac's tweets from League One. Slagging off Trezor Candle.
I don't even think Twitter was a thing then.
Oh, was it not? No,
I don't think so. It'd just been like Julian Beckford fan mail, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well.
Just going back to the game, guys, I wanted to speak about the penalty. You all right there, is it?
It's National Julian Beckford Day tomorrow. Can we?
Oh, yeah. January the 3rd.
January the 3rd.
I remember the date, yeah. Very good. What a day that was. Yeah.
Go on, Mikey.
15 year. Will it be 15 year that?
2010.
Yeah. Wow. 15 years. God, where's time gone? But yeah, just going back to the penalty, guys. I know we spoke a little bit about it off air, but do we think it was a penalty?
Not for me.
I think soft.
I think that little Spanish prick dive me.
Yeah. It was a League One dive, wasn't it?
League One dive at best.
League One dive. Yeah. League One dive.
He's no fucking what's his name? The fella that died. Tom Daly.
He's not Tom Daly.
Yeah. I think it was just karma from the penalty that they got at Ewood Park, because I thought that were a bit soft, to be fair.
I think when you look at it though, like I saw it in slow motion, and there may have been minimal contact, but you look at the way that defender dived in. It was such a stupid thing to just lunge at him, but two-footed in penalty area at last minute of the game. So just for that alone, they deserve a penalty for just diving in like a fucking idiot.
We said we were due one, didn't we?
Yeah, we were due one. Yeah, and obviously the big sexy pirate took the penalty and converted it after Patrick Bamford did have hold of the ball, and I nearly had an heart attack.
Yeah. And in South Stand.
It was brutal. But and then like 60 seconds later, if that,
classic Leeds.
I think
from a corner.
It was such poor defending, though, wasn't it? And I think Meslier. We'll let Mike speak about Meslier because he loves him, but I think Meslier should have commanded his box way more on that corner. But yeah, Mike, just talk to me about that. It was pretty poor, wasn't it?
It's just classic Meslier, isn't it? What we see all the time from corners, from crosses. They always seem to kind of land in that 6-yard area, and he never claims them, does he?
No.
He never catches them. He never even punches them. He just kind of flaps at them. So, yeah, I think it invites that kind of pressure, doesn't it? When you've got a goalkeeper who can't deal with a ball in them areas. But just from the goal itself, I think it were Danny Bath, wasn't it, who scored it. And you had Willie Nonto marking him, who's probably the size of his thigh. So that were weird. Well, I don't know why you didn't put someone like, Rodon on him or something like that. But yeah, really, really disappointing to concede a goal like that, especially when we go ahead 60 seconds earlier. And
I think they had a lot, like a bit more joy as well when they brought that big lanky fucker on up front. And as soon as he was put on the back post, and I saw that there was like Nonto and like maybe Brendan marking him, and I was just thinking, why is like Rodon or even Bamford going near him? Someone who's a bit taller.
Yeah, Bamford did 6 foot.
And as soon as the ball came in, I just knew like what had happened. And the more frustrating thing is we actually had an opportunity to clear it as well, and we still couldn't even do that. But Isaac, how frustrated were you? On a scale of 1 to 10, how frustrated were you when that went in?
To be honest, I don't know whether I'm like taking medication that I don't know like side effects of, but
you seem a lot calmer than I thought you would be.
Mate, yeah, like after the Sunderland game, I was ready to like fucking chuck Ilan off a bridge, but I don't know. I don't know whether it's because I'm just so like I might turn out to bite me on the ass, but I'm just so confident we're going to get it done in May that I'm not really like
clip it up. Clip it up.
Yeah. Hang it in the Louvre.
Up and all the times when you guys were panicking and saying, "Oh well," I'll be like, "Lads, it's going to happen. Don't worry." I want like a flick book of me saying, "Lads, we'll be sound."
I must admit, I am confident still. It isn't that. I just think, and again, I know we ended up gaining a point on Sheffield United and Burnley, but I just think if we'd have got that, and if we'd have got it over the line, it'd have been 5 points clear, and we'd have had just a nice bit of, and nice again, it could come over the next few weeks, hopefully.
I think it will.
I'd rather be us than Sheffield United or Burnley.
I watched Sheffield United last night against Sunderland, and they were pretty poor, I must admit.
Their asses are falling out a bit, aren't they?
Well, they've got no players. They've just got kids. Can I have a look?
Is that
3 games without a win for them now?
3 or 4, I think, isn't it? Yeah.
You get the old table up.
I'm sure it's 3.
They're away at Watford next as well. Sheffield United.
3. 2 defeats in a draw.
Game. Yeah. Well, I'm going to say it's going to be 4 then, because I think they're going to lose.
Because Watford are really bad away from home, but at home they're actually quite good. So
we've had a draw, 3 wins in a row, then another draw. Burnley have had 3 wins, then 2 draws on the spin. Sheffield United have had 2 wins, a loss, a draw, and another loss. And then Sunderland, 2 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss, 1 win in the last 5.
Obviously, look at
11 points out of 15, boys. I can't argue with that. That's probably why I like to look like a block of 5. 11 out of 15 over a period we're playing fucking every other hour.
Every 3 days, It's not. That's like I said. It's a real positive for me. I think I'm not bothered that we drew. I think the annoyance is just the manner of how we drew that game. I think. But
if it finished 0-0, I think I'd have been a lot more thingy about it, to be honest.
Yeah. I'm kind of on a similar attitude to you, Isaac. I think I'm just calm about it because I do think we're going to make, I won't say easy work at League, but I think I think we will stroll it, to be fair.
Well, I mean, as we're speaking about the other games, obviously Leeds is kind of into our next game, which we'll touch upon briefly before we do finish. Obviously, we've got Hull on Saturday away at 3:00. Hull are coming into this game on the back of losing in the 93rd minute to Middlesbrough.
That's a shame.
Which will be a real,
kicking bollocks on it for them.
Kicking the teeth for them. But obviously, if you remember the home game, Isaac, who scored against Hull at Ellen Road that day?
Can't remember, mate. Someone shit, I remember.
I think it was the Spliffmeister General, obviously.
Yeah. Not him. I wasn't about him. I remember
who scored the first one?
One more.
I don't know. Did someone lay it on a plate for him from a yard out and it hit his shin and went in or something? That's all
I think it was Solomon that assisted him, actually. I think it was Solomon's first game.
To be fair, for League One Matty, we're decent how we took that because it's the ball were kind of in front of him.
Mike, sorry. The rule is you can't praise him. You can't praise him.
Sorry. Fair enough, Isaac. You're right there.
It's hard, all I'll say is it's hard to hit it over from a yard.
He did win the penalty yesterday.
Dived. Well, yeah.
Dived. I just love how the agenda, you just keep the agenda going. I love it.
I'm only fucking around. If Matty Joseph, I don't care who the fuck plays for Leeds, boys, as long as they're doing well. I'll be honest. And if you're not doing well, I'm going to give you shit.
Apart from like Ilya Gruev, obviously.
Mate, I've told you he's his agent, Anna. I said he's not getting back in this team.
He's not. It's curtains.
Joking apart, I was saying to my uncle yesterday, and he agreed. I don't see how he even gets back in. Gruev.
Wait till the March injury crisis, and we have to bring Ilya Gruev with one leg back in.
You just know something's going to happen in that international break, don't you?
Put him at centre back.
Wales won't qualify for the World Cup again or something, and it'll go tits up like it did when
Tanaka will do his crew shit or something. I don't know.
Tanaka will become a samurai or something.
Speaking of Tanaka, did you see the pictures on social media of his family on train and his dad?
I would have to Derby that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Derby, wasn't it? Yeah, having a pint of Tiski, whatever it's called, getting proper stuck in with it, wasn't it? The family, I loved that.
Yeah,
loved it.
Yeah, I liked that. Yeah, fair play to him for actually getting him involved and being nice to him because some Leeds fans can be dicks, can't they? Let's be honest.
I know Silvestri's missus used to get quite an hard time, but he was fucking dog shit. So
yeah, she piped up a few times on Twitter, didn't she, about it?
Yeah, mate, and she used to go to like, especially in the early Cellino years when we had like fucking Belushi, Tommaso Bianchi, Silvestri, Antonucci, and it was like she was just like, oh. He's fucking had a good career since he left us, old Silvestri.
Got called up to Italy as well, hadn't he? He got called up to Italy squad as well.
A lot of them end up doing better after they've been at Leeds, to be fair, don't they? Yeah. A lot of them. But
where's he now? Oh, Marco. Go on,
Udinese.
Is it Udinese?
I think it might be, or he's been there. But he's had a good career, like you say, Isaac, since he's left us, because at Leeds he were dodgy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
How do we see this game going against Hull then? Do you expect an easy game, or do you think with it being away we've got a edge on the side of caution a little bit? Or Mike, how are you feeling going into this one?
I think when you look at well, if you compare it to yesterday, you'll think, well, you'll be a bit wary of it. But you look at their form and our form and the table, and you think we've got to win that game, haven't you? I think they're third from bottom, aren't they? I think they've lost 7 or 8 at home. I think they've won 2 or 3 games in 15 games. So when you put all that together, we're top at league. We haven't lost in 9 games. We should be rocking up there and putting on a real show. Whether there's a little bit of a hangover from yesterday's performance, I don't know. But no excuses for me. We should be winning that game, and we should be winning it convincingly.
Do we expect any changes to the lineup, Isaac? Would a certain Spanish centre forward come in for Joe Perot, do you think? Do you think maybe that's the way to go, to work the centre backs and then bring Perot on to a tired defence, or are you just completely against him and just wish he'd get sold?
Yeah. Banish him.
Sell him. I'd rather start Joffrey instead of him.
Oh,
God. Okay.
He's not though. He's really not.
Like all jokes aside, I would stick with Perot. I said a few weeks ago, I think like against Hull, I think he'll do business against them. I mean, Ruben Sellers, the way he sits up, it's quite attacking.
Yeah.
And
which should play into our hands, hopefully.
I just think I earmarked it from a week ago. I think we're going to give Hull a fucking spanking, and maybe my 4-0 prediction might come true.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you think your 4-0 will pop up?
1 minute.
We've got our old pal Cody Drama there as well, haven't we?
He's bald now, isn't he? What's going on with him?
Yeah, he's whipped it all off, hasn't he? He's not living in Elbows here.
I ain't seen any photos of him for a while, so I don't know.
I saw on Twitter, and it was like, he's on an hard paper round, hasn't he, since he's got there.
But yeah, I think, like everyone said, I think this should be a win, and it should be a convincing win as well. I think the fact that we've performed so well in our last 2 away games over Christmas, I think fills me with a lot more confidence going into it. I know it's a Yorkshire derby and anything could sort of happen on there, but I can't see anything other than 3 points in this one. I really can't. And at least if we win, then we don't really need to look at the other results, really. As long as we keep getting points, then I think it's obviously all good. I mean, if I personally, the only change I can see maybe happening, if he's going to make a change, is maybe to put Ampadu back in. for Rothwell, I think, potentially. Obviously, Farke said Bogle and Byram should be all right for Saturday. I think Byram was just a bit ill, said he had a cold. Bloody hell.
Fucking hell.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Not doing half measures, has he there? That's like...
That's been bicked. That's not even...
That don't even look like him. Wow.
I reckon the clippers fell off in the barbers there and they've had to just shave it off.
Yeah.
He looks traumatized as well in that picture.
Hold him out, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
But yeah, hopefully Farke can have Sellers' number in this game, which I do think he will. I think their team compared to ours, I think it's just chalk and cheese, and as Mike said, the form is just completely different, and like they're just woeful at the minute, and they're not great at home either. I don't think.
I've changed my mind.
I'll go on.
I would start League One, Matty, to run the arse off Louis Coyle.
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, are you feeling all right?
I'm a bit flushed.
Was that tough for you to say that? Was that, yeah?
I feel a bit sick. But
thanks for finding the courage to share that with us.
Yeah.
Really appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, we'll get into some score predictions. Obviously, Isaac, you saying 4-0. Are you going with that? Yeah, he has it written. I think that's the same 4-0 that he wrote.
Do you write it down every time, or do you just have it waiting there?
Until it comes true, then I'll do another one.
Did you do it for Oxford when we beat them 4-0?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I think I had 3-1.
I'm gonna keep writing Tanaka down then, because I'm gonna keep
saying... It's not coming true, mate, is it? Save your ink.
Yeah, true.
And who are your scorers then?
Big Daddy Joel.
Spliffmeister
General. 1.
Spliffmeister, baby.
DJ. 2. Manor 3. I'll go with Mikey and try and will it for Big AO. I hope his mum and dad are still over.
Yeah.
We get to see him score.
Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
He might do Ampadu and Rafa for this one.
Maybe. Mike, what's your score and your goal scorers?
I'm going to go. I'm going to go 3-1. I think they're going to score. It is with a free kick or it is with a corner. But yeah, goals. I'm going to go Spliffmeister. I think he's going to start. I'm going to go Tanaka, because I say it every time. It's bound to happen. And I'm going to feed the rat again. I am.
Feed the rat and he will score.
He will score. You know, he's going to be celebrating his new whip, as they call them in America. And
Fiat, I reckon.
Yeah,
Fiat 500.
Yeah,
I'm going to say Mini Cooper.
Being recorded like you, Mike.
Yeah, Mini Cooper, I reckon he's going to have. But yeah, I'm going to go Aronson. What do you think, Charlie boy?
Is Charlie doing a long fart? Is that why he's on mute?
Yeah.
Am I back here? Can you hear me?
You're back now, mate. Yeah.
Right. I think it was just my mic. I'm
old chestnut. All right.
I'm gonna go 3-0.
Yeah.
3-0. I think we'll keep a clean sheet. I think they're that poor at the minute. I just can't see.
Where are they in the league then? After Tim Volta was dubbed the next Bielsa?
Third from bottom.
They're in bottom three.
Funny.
Yeah, so 3-0, and my scorers, I'm going to go with Joe Perot double.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice. And I'm going to go Bogle from right back.
Do you think he'll be fit?
Yeah, I think he will.
I hope he is.
Farke, we're pretty confident that he will be, so we'll just...
Have we done lineups?
Oh, no, we haven't done lineups, no.
Let's do lineups,
we haven't done lineups. Let's do lineups quick then, so... Obviously,
quick, it's what Virgin River.
It's not Virgin River, it's... Oh, I can't even say it's Love Island now, it hasn't started yet.
You know when it starts as well, don't you? Are you a Love Island fan?
Of course he is. Charlie's there.
I am, yeah. I do watch it, I can't lie. I do watch it, I can't lie.
Yeah.
I'll admit. But yeah, so it'll have Melier in goal, obviously. Are we sticking with the same back four? Assuming that Byram and Bogle are fit.
Smith's not going to get a chance, is he? that's one
I
thing.
think I've got a feeling he's going to do Verber at left back.
Yeah, maybe.
Potentially. Maybe. Yeah. The midfield then, any changes?
Yes. I'm putting in for Tanaka for me, even though you said he'll score.
He could score off the bench.
Could score off the bench.
Yeah. I think Ampadu comes in for Rothwell.
I do. Yeah.
I'll go fuck myself in boy shell.
At least your prediction will come in if Tanaka scores. You know.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. And the three in behind, do you think he'll stick with Solomon and James on either side of Brendan?
Yeah,
I do. I hope so.
Yeah.
Or do you think Larger could come in, maybe?
I'll ask him.
Maybe that's why I didn't play him. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you ask him when you go up to loft, yeah.
Get up in
Just text me, he wants a coffee.
You know.
It's an
Actimel. And are we all agreed on the Spliffmeister up front?
Yeah, it's got to be.
No League One Matty. Oh no, you said League One Matty, didn't you?
League One Matty to give fucking Louis Coyle the worst 60 minutes of his life. Well, 70 minutes of his life.
I do think it'll be Perot. I can't lie. I think he will go with Perot again.
All right, Callum O'Hare. Can't lie.
You can't lie. This fruit ball is banging. I can't lie.
that was actually a perfect impression. That's what it sounded like. Tit.
Going for some sushi and that.
Yeah, some fucking food, bruv.
I think you two have followed his TikTok page. I think you actively.
I seen you commenting on it saying, "Love you, Cal. Please sign for Leeds."
Yeah.
It's mad. At a point, I actually did want him to sign because I thought he was a good player, but I think he's overrated me. I really do.
He could be prime Kaka, but I don't want him at Leeds talking like that. No way.
No.
Big J wouldn't allow that. Big J give him a slap.
Like, I remember when we played him at Ellen Road, he were crap.
Everyone was shit.
Yeah, they're all. Even Emil was shit, wasn't
he? Guinea Souza, everyone was going on like he was fucking Patrick Vieira. He got bullied by fucking Brendan.
And Kiefer Moore as well. He practically nearly set up a goal for us at one point, passed it straight to us or something. Yeah.
But
I was glad he missed that pen last night.
I thought of this, and I'd like to bring it. I'd like to get your opinions on it.
Go on
then.
Let's compare Max Verber and Brendan Aronson. Max seems to be getting a lot harder time from the fan base.
Yeah.
I feel like that might be a little bit unfair because of the position he plays, and he's going to score less goals than Brendan.
Yeah. I think you're probably bang on. I think if it were other way around and it were Wober who played in Aronson's position and were latching onto balls and scoring, I think it'd be Wober that'd be getting all praise and it'd be Aronson that won. So yeah, I think it's purely down to the performances and the.
Who's joined us, Mike?
Tricky. What's he going? 2-0.
Who's FTR?
Who's FTR?
FTR. I don't know.
Well, I know DJ is, but
clarify, Tricky Mickey.
Can you clarify who FTR is, please, mate?
FTR.
I thought it was
and then we've got David saying that he hates it when teams park the bus. Yeah, absolutely.
You and me both, David.
Yeah, totally all David, mate. Yeah, but unfortunately, it's something that we see pretty much every time at Ellen Road, isn't it? So
it is, unfortunately, it is. But yeah. So I've said 3-0. Isaac's gone 4-0. Mike said 3-1.
3-1. Yeah.
So how are we conceding, Mike? Is it a set piece?
I think it's a set piece. Yeah, I think it's a set piece, and you get fucking big idiot like Pedro on it or something like that. Gets his head on it.
You know, I think that's the first set piece goal we've conceded all season.
It wasn't direct from the set piece, though, was it?
No, it won't. To be fair, it won't.
I think it was against Derby or Stoke, and they said like a stat, and I was like, really?
That can't be right.
And it said like Leeds have gone like 20-something games without conceding from a set piece. And I was like, fucking hell. I remember the day when we conceded from every set piece.
Yeah, I do, especially under Bielsa.
Clearly don't work on set pieces, does he? Let's be honest.
He's like, Marcelo, we need to do some set piece. And he was like, nah.
Yeah. Bueno.
More murder ball. More murder ball.
They're not fit.
Bueno.
That's why we're all too fat and not fit enough. That's why we're conceding from set pieces. That was my whole point of view.
Yeah, he saw it as like dark arts, didn't he? It's corners and set pieces today. Like
Brexit shit.
Yeah, I'm not bringing myself down to these that lower my standards to swinging a ball in.
Go and get Sean Dyche, she used to say.
Yeah.
God, Jesus.
Yeah. But to be fair, we're improving as our set pieces as well, aren't we? So we've kind of come round full circle a little bit, aren't we? Where we're defending them better, but we're also a bit more of a threat from set pieces as well, which is
still can't take it.
Better deliveries in set box as well, I think.
It's Joe Rothwell, isn't it? He seems to be.
We still can't beat the first man unless Rothwell's taking it.
Yeah. You saw, didn't you, yesterday? We were dog shit at corners with
Hull park the bus. Yeah, I think Hull probably will park the bus, to be fair, Dave. I think.
But they're not good enough to keep us out.
No, exactly. They're not as organised, are they? As
they haven't got Super John.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't have
tonight.
The goat.
Big Johnny Eustace.
Big Johnny Eustace, yeah.
He'll be gone as soon as he gets a decent job off for him.
Yeah.
Like you said earlier, though, if there's a Premier League team that are struggling, like you would get him in, wouldn't you? Or you'd at least
there was, wasn't there? And fucking one of them got Vitor.
Wasn't it Wolves that were looking at him? Were it Wolves?
Yeah.
It'd have been a good appointment, but they're doing very well now.
Was Southampton looking at him as well?
Yeah, they've got that Ivan Juric, who's a fucking appointment out of nowhere.
Didn't he used to be
destined for the drop?
Roma manager, didn't he? I think him. Yeah, he's been. Yeah. They've got less points than Derby at the moment, haven't they? When Derby had that season, that worst points tally of all time. So it's not looking good for them at all.
No. What is it?
I was thinking about this earlier on the other day. Sorry, guys. I was thinking if Southampton got relegated, and obviously we're not a big fan of Melier, would you take Ramsdale at Leeds?
No.
Would you not?
I'd rather have that Bazunu, the young lad.
Yes, Bazunu. Yeah, the Irish lad.
Ramsdale's just not.
Wanker of a bloke as well.
That's what I'm going to say. Is it for him?
Wanker of a bloke.
Yeah, he is a proper tosspot, isn't he? Just when he turned up at Wembley dressed as Hagrid. Yeah, but is it his kind of off the field antics? Not off the field, but the way he plays up to the camera. Is it that, or do you think he's limited as a goalkeeper?
And I don't think he'd ever give anyone a relegation clause again, and that's what he's got. Yeah. He had the same with was it Sheffield United?
Sheffield United. He's been relegated about 4 times, hasn't he? To be fair,
I don't know. He got the Arsenal job on a fucking fluke, and now he thinks he's like hot shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I tell you what surprised me this season. I'm not really usually rating Pickford. I think he's having a very, very good season at Everton.
Yeah, he is. But to be fair, he's been difference. I think even last season, I think he had a good season. He went difference in keeping them up and them going down. I think
a lot, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. But
lads,
I think he's probably the only reason why Everton won't go down. To be fair,
yeah.
Even Braithwaite,
Bramthwaite,
and he'll be gone.
Crompton, that's right.
Crompton, straight out of Crompton. I actually thought it was Crompton.
It's Compton.
I think it's because I'm from East Leeds, isn't it, Mike?
That's it, isn't it? Yeah.
Mark Robbins taking over at Stoke. Good appointment for them.
Very good appointment.
It's like they said, "Oh, Mike, you said you're having a break," and he's like, "I like working." That's like, all right, Mike. Mrs. kicked you out already.
Yeah, she's had enough of him already. You can only fucking smoke grass fucking them so many times, can't you?
I still can't believe he got sacked and they brought Lampard in. I still can't believe that.
I can't believe how he keeps getting jobs, to be fair.
And Rooney got sacked as well.
I was about to say, speaking of chances.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Where do you think his next job will be? I'm thinking either McDonald's, Subway, or CEX.
He'll get another go, mate. I'm telling you now.
Or Winston's, if that was still open.
Feed the rat.
Feed the rat.
Feed the rat.
Go on, Tricky. I love that. Feed the rat. Feed the rat and he will drive as well. Passing his test.
With one eye.
Beep, beep.
Yeah.
Beep, beep.
I think he'll score.
Anyone watch Rangers Celtic earlier, lads?
No, but I saw them. They got pumped, didn't they? Celtic 3-0.
Did, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Oh, are you one of them? Are you? Are you one of them?
One of
Rangers.
What?
Oh, Rangers.
Yeah. Why would you fucking go for Brendan Rodgers? Cunt that's got pictures of him.
Oh no, I think the Scottish League is just like it's just a clown league for me. Like it is
poor, isn't it? But like,
but
I prefer Rangers over Celtic just because I find Celtic fans quite insufferable.
Matteo Joseph is better than that league. So
that far, fucking hell.
That's saying something.
That's where they should send him up. Send him up there. So he'd do a job up there, don't they?
I'll give you some context. You know Adam Ider that used to play for Norwich?
Yes.
He's like their main man now.
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
right,
yeah. That shows you, don't it?
That shows you. And I think just briefly before we do finish, we'll answer this from David. Do you think we will sign anybody in the January window?
I think it all depends off if someone goes. I think if someone goes, we will sign somebody. But I think if we don't get rid of anybody, we won't buy anyone.
Who
does Bamford leave? Just quickly.
No,
sorry.
I'd want him to, but no.
No, nobody will pay his wages, or nobody wants someone who can't put a run of 5 games together either.
Could go on loan potentially if he wants game time.
Yeah,
we'd still be covering all that fucking wage. I'd rather keep him if we need him.
Yeah,
£35,000 a week.
Wrexham can afford it.
Yeah,
that's
Birmingham
true.
probably can as well, can't they?
Yeah,
Birmingham
that's true.
More strikers than the fucking mines, them boys.
I know. Can't we get some super agent to flog him to Saudi or something like that?
George Mendes.
Yeah.
Who was Paul Pogba's agent that passed away? No.
Yeah, you were nearly there with Isaac.
That's the Bournemouth manager.
No, but his name's very much like that. He died, didn't he, not long ago? What's it called now?
Whilst you're thinking about that, that player at Stockport, what's he called?
Louis Barry.
Louis Barry.
You
don't want him?
No.
I think that'd be a good signing, mate.
Looks like a fucking little showboating bastard, mate. I don't want him anywhere near this team.
Apparently, they want to sell him permanently as well.
They want 15 mil for him, don't they?
15.
15 mil for him, and I think it's a lot for someone who's scored a few, who's done well in League One, but it's League One at the end of the day, isn't it?
Who's their captain at Stockport?
Go on.
Lewis Bate. There you fucking go.
Oh, is he there now?
He's their captain. So that's the level, lads. Do you know what I mean?
That's the level, yeah.
Maybe not then.
Yeah.
Nah. From the clips I've seen, I think he is decent, but again, it is League One, isn't it?
But you've seen some good. But sometimes you see not only players but teams make the transition from League One to Championship, and they do it very easily, don't they? So I think he could potentially do a job, but I won't be paying 15 mil for him. Put it that way.
I'd do it if we went up.
Yeah.
Well, I won't do it now.
Yeah.
Because we can probably afford him to be shit in the Premier League because everyone's going to be shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But who would you listen to offers for? Like, if you've one of our starting 11, if you have to lose one of them, if Spurs come in and offer 30 million, right, we're taking him. Who's it going to be?
Well, that's a good question, a difficult question as well. I would.
No one can say Ilan either. That's cheating.
I was going to say it, lad. I'm thinking someone who. I'm probably thinking quite logically about it, really, in a position that can be filled.
I have someone in mind.
Oh, Gruev.
No.
It's got to be starting.
He isn't starting at the minute.
He's void then?
Well, it is a bit, but I just don't know if it's a hot take or not.
Hot take.
We like hot takes.
Hot take. Bear in mind, Charlie, Marching on Meltdowns is coming, so tread carefully.
Based on his last, few months, I'd say.
I know you're going to say. I know you're going to say.
Yeah, fuck him off. He's never been that good anyway.
Yeah. And it is a weird one to say because I was buzzing that he signed that new deal, but I think since he's done that, he has gone downhill. And I think, given the cover we've got out wide now with Solomon and Ramazani and James and stuff, and maybe Isaac Schmidt, I know he probably won't even get a mention, but he can play. He can play out wide as well. But I don't think I'd be massively heartbroken if Nonto left now. I don't think.
I know you said he's been downhill, Charlie. I don't really remember.
I thought he started the season quite well. I thought he started off quite well.
I always feel myself wanting so much more from Nonto.
I know what you mean.
I can't remember a long period of time when he's been uphill. You know what I mean? He has a few.
I know what you mean.
I tell you, all the time I can remember Nonto having a really good run of games is probably, when we were 2-0 up against Man United and he scored and we drew 2-2.
Yeah.
He went on a bit of a run at that time and it was around about December time. Yeah, it was around. Yeah, we were. He put a run. He put a run together of a good few games there, and then after that, he's never really put a big run together like you guys said. You see, flashes of brilliance now and again, and he'll put 1 or 2 good games together. But I think if someone come in and offered like 20-25 mil, I'd literally rip a hand off for it.
Should we have took the 30 from Everton?
Well, hindsight's a great thing, isn't it? But
not at the time, no.
Not at the time, probably. But now, but saying that though, knowing our luck, we'd sell Nonto and then frigging Solomon would fucking pull his arse cheek again and
or he'd go back to Scotland.
Yeah, he'd frigging do his back sneezing in shower or something, and that'd be him.
Apart from Isaac Schmidt, who we've never seen, Muscle Ladies messaged me back, boys, live update. Reply to that later. Anyway, what was I going to say? I've been sidetracked now by our muscles. Yeah, our recruitment other than Isaac Schmidt is pretty decent, especially for wide players, I find.
Yeah, it's been good.
If you think of the people we bought in under Farke, Solomon, decent. Ramazani, decent.
Tanaka, amazing.
Yeah.
Generational.
Generational. If you look at the thing is, with the Somerville thing, I know he's gone now, but was he that decent anyway that he was always going to have a season like that in the Championship, or was it part of?
I think he was good.
No, I mean, like, before Farke took over, he'd take Farke out. Would he have still had that season in the Championship without Farke? Because I feel like Farke managed him very well.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. I don't know.
I just think he was a level above Championship, I think. And I think no matter maybe who the manager had been, you'd have seen him get, have that kind of season. But
yeah.
I saw a story. I don't know whether it was clickbait or all that, but they're saying that he's looking to move or they're looking to send him out on loan or something like that.
See him being like that.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah, he seems quite temperamental.
Yeah.
But hopefully we do have some transfer stuff to speak about over the next few weeks. Obviously, if anything does break, I'm sure we will discuss it on here.
We'll get
we'll get Joe Tiffany on his the
matching on Milkins will be fucking booming with that fucking.
I was just
he'll be marching on Tiffany, won't it?
I was just gonna plug that for next week. So obviously at some point next week, we will get together and we probably won't do it live. We'll probably pre-record that, I reckon. Just based on the type of video it'll be. Yeah. And like I say, guys, if you see any hot takes, if you see any funny clips, funny videos, quotes, anything, just
ridiculous meltdowns or anything like that.
Anything
absolutely absurd on social media in relation to football, just tag us in it, guys, and we'll have a field day with it. Yeah.
You can either send it to us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, email it to us. MySpace, Beboth, MSN, all that.
Send a crow.
Send a crow and a bit of paper. But yeah, like I say, guys, we do want to make it, interactive and just get people involved with it as well. Obviously, I think we will probably find stuff ourselves as well, which will be a right laugh, I can imagine. But just keep an eye out for that next week. And I'm sure that we'll have some content out over the weekend after the Hull game as well. But it's been a good one. We've been going for over an hour. Time flies when you're having fun and all that jazz.
Yeah.
Isaac has a special lady that he's got to go and send a message to after this. I know that's not his missus. But yeah, like I say, guys, obviously thank you to everyone that's watched on the live. And if you're watching afterwards, please make sure you're liking, you're commenting and subscribing. Thank you to Mike and Isaac for being here again as well. And we will see you over the weekend. Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
Yep, OnlyFans. OnlyFans, God.